participation of rupees 2,500 under the NTR Bharosa scheme. The Mukhyamantri Arogya Kendra, which provides state-of-the-art health services, provides free of cost to urban poor and slum dwellers, treated 75,76,281 outpatients for the medical services, and 7,17,881 teleconsultancies are conducted. For NTR Vaidya Pariksha, there are 105 labs in operation, which include 7 mother labs and 98 processing labs spread across 13 districts. A total of 1.58 crore patients have availed the service till date. 108 Emergency Response Service is a 24/7 free service for any emergency involving people. Other health service initiatives of the state government include Mukhyamantri EI Kendram, Mukhyamantri Bala Suraksha, Mahaprasthanam, and E-Aushadhi. Under universal health coverage, the state government are implementing schemes such as Arogya Raksha, Employees Health Scheme, Working Journalists Health Scheme, and Amaravati Residents Health Scheme. Andhra Pradesh MedTech Zone at Visakhapatnam has developed into an excellent ecosystem for medical devices manufacturing with facilities like the process of testing of medical equipment, certification, regulation, marketing, as well as research and development backup. 10 national organizations and 4 international center secretariats have been brought into the zone. To transform the state as a knowledge economy, budget allocation for education department has been increased from rupees 15,681 crores in 2014-15 to 24,961 crores in 2018-19. Initiatives like Manavuru Manabadi, Badi Pilustundi have reduced dropout rates and improved gross enrollment ration and student retention. The better teacher-people ratio in AP, which is above the national average, was achieved through appropriate rationalization and consolidation of schools and teacher deployment. The National Achievement Survey recorded significant improvement in AP rank and performance. In Class 10, AP state performance is first in mathematics and second in overall performance in all subjects. Programs like Jnanadhara, a systematic year-long remedial program designed to support poor-performing students, helped in this regard. Effective implementation and real-time monitoring of the midday meal program, through which quality hot-cooked food is served to 35 lakh students of 45,528 schools, has immensely contributed to retention of students in schools. In the last 4 years, 3,640 digital classrooms have been set up. Also, 1,217 virtual classrooms have been established in distant and remote areas, consolidating the digital learning among government schools. On the school infrastructure front, 33,145 additional classrooms are being constructed at an estimated value of 4,848 crore, besides construction of compound walls in 21,249 schools. Under the Badi Costa scheme, bicycles have been distributed to 1,87,318 grade 8 and 9 girl students. During 2018-19, it is proposed to distribute 3,81,142 bicycles under this program. Several policy initiatives like timely promotions, inter-district transfers, on-road rationalization have been taken to improve teacher service conditions. To provide inclusive, affordable and quality higher education, the government has benchmarked the state universities and colleges with national and international ranking framework. 6 universities have obtained a place in India's top 100 universities, with Andhra University and Sri Venkateswara University finding a place in the top 50. Improved NAC accreditation of 10 state universities and 180 degree colleges is an indication of improvement in the quality parameters in higher education in the state. The arrival of reputed national institutes like the IIT, NIT, IIM, AIMS, IISER, NID, NIDM, and private institutions like VIT, SRM, Centurion, Kriya, XLRI, Amrita to the state has put the higher education scenario in the state to a high pedestal. The efforts to improve quality of education resulted in the surge in standards. 6 universities from the state are in top 100 in NIRF, ranking in India from 0 in 2014. 10 universities out of 16 achieved NAC accreditation, and 10% degree colleges and polytechnics are provided with digital classrooms. Skill upgradation is undertaken through industry-related programs with knowledge partners like Siemens, Dassault Systems, Cisco, and British Council. My government has made collaboration with 2 foreign universities for 75% reduction in fees for students going from AP universities. Strengthening of polytechnics and ITIs in the state is recognized as a key enabler for job creation. Also, skill development is being given adequate focus. It is a matter of pride for the state to be ranked number 1 in the country by the latest Skills India report in terms of employability. Convergence strategy for optimum utilization of funds under the MNREGS for creation of basic rural infrastructure involving 24 line departments is a mainstay of development of rural areas in the state. The status of roads constitutes a significant index of economic well-being of the society. Under the rural road connectivity, 2,666 GPS have been connected with BT roads with an expenditure of 2,599 crore. And my government is planning to provide connectivity to all the remaining 10,755 habitations by 2020. Under the Chandrana Bata, the convergence concept has been used to its best, and 25,553 kilometers internal roads have been covered as CC roads since 2014. In order to facilitate the farmers to transport the agriculture produce from the fields to the nearest market facilities, linking of rural loads have been taken from the MNREGA scheme. Another innovation is rural electrification is a Chandrakanti program that ensured LED street lighting in GPS. So far, 21.21 lakh street lights have been converted as LED lights out of 27.52 lakhs, and the remaining will be completed soon. 1,881 million units of electricity worth rupees 1,130 crores will be saved with retrofitting of 28 lakh LED street lights across the state. I am happy to state that the state has got the distinction of having the highest number of LED lights in the country, followed by Gujarat. Using the concept of humanization and convergence backed by digital technology, my government has created a system of 10-star rating for Gram Panchayat to foster competition and to rate the availability of certain infrastructure and saturation of certain welfare provisions. The items considered for rating of GPS are saturation in IHHLC's coverage, electricity and gas connections, private tap connections, solid waste management, road connectivity, fiber net connectivity, assured income of rupees 10,000 per month, education and health. All the Gram Panchayats will eventually achieve 10 stars. We are proud that 133 Gram Panchayats of Andhra Pradesh are identified among the 225 most developed Panchayats across the country by Rural Development Ministry under the Antyodaya scheme. The Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India, has awarded Andhra Pradesh as the best performing state in the plain category under the National Urban Mission. Government accords highest priority for provision of potable drinking water to the people residing in rural areas of the state. My government has a vision to provide 55 LPCD supply of drinking water to at least 55% HHS by 2019 and all the habitations to be fully covered by 2020. We are also planning to provide 100% household private tap connections with a coverage of 70 LPCD by 2024, including 325 fluoride-affected habitations and 207 chronic kidney disease-affected habitations. Construction of IHHLs attaining the status of ODF for the state and moving on to ODF Plus is a significant achievement of my government. Since 2014, 35.64 lakh IHHLs have been constructed with an expenditure of 4,115.82 crores. The state was declared as ODF in July 2018 and received the Swachha Sarveshan Gramin Award 2018 from a position of just over 30% coverage of IHHLs with no GP declared as ODF in 2014. The state is now moving towards ODF, sustainability and ODF plus activities. Andhra Pradesh is a forerunner in the area of managing waste, both solid and liquid waste. The Zero Waste Panchayat project is taken up to effectively tackle the solid waste generated in villages, and solid waste processing centers are being set up. The vision of the state is to construct 9,000 SWPCs by January 2019. So far, 8,000 centers have been completed. The government is also committed to construct soak pits and GPs with less than 2,000 population and underground drainage and habitation population of more than 2,000. Several other conversion schemes like village parks and avenue plantation, Gokulam and mini Gokulam, mulberry plantations and silkworm rearing sheds, water harvesting structures are also being taken up in a large scale in rural areas of the state. My government is equally committed to improving urban infrastructure services like water supply, sewerage and solid waste management, street lighting, roads, greenery and urban transport to saturation levels in all ULBs. Under all these initiatives, infrastructure projects worth rupees 4,707 crores are completed and projects worth 68,084 crores are ongoing, and proposed projects worth rupees 33,181 crores are proposed to be taken up in the ULBs. On the sidelines of this development push, my government is making efforts to improve public service delivery by using the latest technologies. E-governance initiatives are taken up in a big way, automating almost all services in ULBs with minimal human touch point. As a part of introduction of contactless, paperless and cashless system in administration, and to improve the service delivery being provided by ULBs, thereby improving transparency and accountability, a unified ERP solution has been developed in all the 110 ULBs with consisting of 21 modules like revenue, expenditure, citizen interface and administration modules. Anytime, anywhere, all-right integrated building permission system is automated in all the 110 ULBs. Digital door number plates with unique response code are provided for all the households of 110 ULBs in Andhra Pradesh. The department stood first in various aspects on national level and also won 46 awards in the last 4 years. As an integral part of improving infrastructure in urban areas, my government is planning to add a drinking water capacity of 848 MLD to the projects taken up under the Amrut, AIIB and EIIP. It is proposed to add network length of 7,802 kilometers from the committed projects under these schemes. As a part of the sewerage and septage management, my government is planning to add 819 MLD capacity from the ongoing projects. We will also focus on stormwater drains. Regarding road infrastructure in urban areas, we are planning to achieve the required length 23,965 kilometers. On completion of ongoing and proposed works, length of 504 5,482 kilometers will be added. Waste to energy, biogas compost, C&D waste, biocapping, biomining and FSC projects are taken up. With regard to urban greenery, landscape and beautification works, Amrit and CIIP parks, plantation, government hospitals and national highways, greenery in PMA colonies have been taken up. Taking the development of the human touch concept is to its logical conclusion. My government is providing subsidized hygienic food to the poorer sections of the urban local bodies at an affordable price of ₹5. My government has established more than 160 Anna canteens in 14 municipal corporations and 4 municipalities. While Visakhapatnam, Kakinada, Tirupati and Amaravati are already being developed as smart cities, my government is taking steps to develop Srikakulam, Eluru, Ongole, Nellore, Kurnool and Anantapuram also as smart cities. My government has recognized that the growth of industrial and service sector is critical for achieving the 13% overall economic growth to create employment and increase per capita income. Andhra Pradesh, with about 58% labour workforce engaged in agriculture and related, which produces about 32% share of GSDP. It is imperative for AP to shift excess labour engaged in agriculture to other sectors of the economy. To shift labour from agriculture, first step is to create low-skill, high-volume jobs, simultaneously in sectors like food processing, basic electronics, apparel, tourism and related indirect jobs. Share of manufacturing in Andhra Pradesh, 9.6%, is below the national average, 16.7%, and needs to improve to create jobs. The share of service sector in AP is at 44%, is less than the country's 54% services sector share. My government is committed to bring swift transformation in these two growth-driving sectors. Through the single window portal, permissions for 69 services have been made online by integrating 19 departments. The AP Public Service Delivery Guarantee Act 2017 has been enacted where timelines have been stipulated for delivery of public services. Currently, 74 important industrial services across 22 departments are covered under the Act and permission recorded in 21 days' time. Because of these sustained efforts, the growth of industry and manufacturing sector in EP has outpaced industrial growth in India over the past 3 years. This is in contrast to the 10-year period prior to 2014, when industrial growth in AP lagged behind India. In 2017-18, the growth rate of the industrial sector was 4.40% for India and 8.49% for AP. State government is tracking 2,633 large and mega projects with a committed investment of 15.77 lakh crore, with an employment potential of 33.30 lakhs envisaged through the MOUs during Partnership Summit. Out of these, 820 projects have gone into production with committed investment of rupees 1.82 lakh crore and committed employment of 2.80 lakhs. Further, a total of 1,211 projects are at civil works stage with a committed investment of 5.27 lakh crores and a committed employment of 7.66 lakhs. Andhra Pradesh is proud to have attracted one of the single largest FDIs in greenfield projects in India in recent times. Indonesian pulp and paper giant Asian Pulp and Paper Group is setting up not only India's but perhaps the largest paper mill in a single site in the world at the Ramayapatnam in Prakasam district with an investment of rupees 24,500 crores. The state government recently entered in an MOU with the Adani Group to set up a renewable power 5GW data center in Visakhapatnam with a proposed investment of rupees 70,000 crores. One in every five mobile handsets produced in India is now a made in Andhra Pradesh product. Over 3 to 3.5 million phones are produced every month in AP today. The government has so far received 21,573 crores worth investment proposals in the pharma sector. My government is promoting 2 large industrial corridors, the Visakhapatnam-Chennai Industrial Corridor and the Chennai-Bangalore Industrial Corridor passing through the state. The government intends to industrially develop these areas, especially the nodes that pass through the corridors. Under the VCIC corridor, 4 industrial nodes will be developed: Visakhapatnam, Srikalahasti, Machilipatnam and Donakonda. Under Chennai-Bengaluru Industrial Corridor, total 3 industrial nodes will be developed at Krishnapatnam, Oravakkal and Hindupur. To handle the vital demographic demand properly, Mukhyamantri Yuva Nestam scheme was launched to benefit unemployed youth with a monthly and unemployment allowance to upgrade their skills. Over 4.3 lakh unemployed youth have been sanctioned under the scheme, and 3.0 lakhs have been paid an unemployment allowance of rupees 1,000 each till date. Further, as part of imparting training, APSSDC trained a total of 8.66 lakh youth, which includes 7.42 lakh students. So far, 1.7 lakh people have been placed. Various institutes of repute, including International Institute of Digital Technologies and State Institute of Hotel Management at Tirupati and Institute of Tourism and Travel Management at Nellore, are functional to offer quality training. During the last 4 years, more than 30,000 MSME units have been set up with an investment of 14,292 crores and providing employment to 3.3 lakh persons. Within 2014 to 18, rupees 82,097 crores have been disbursed as credit to the MSME sectors, both in organized and unorganized sectors. My government is planning to establish 175 MSME parks, 1 in each constituency. 20 of these have already been started and plots have been allotted. To consolidate the gains, my government has set up a dedicated MSME corporation. Hurt by the non-fulfillment of the commitment by the Union Government under the AP Reorganization Act, my government had decided to build an integrated steel factory on its own in Kadapa and completed the Bhumi Puja. My government has also decided to establish a mega industrial park in Kopati in Kadapa. My government is keen to provide direct and indirect employment to about 5 lakh persons through establishing petrochemical projects in Kakinada, SEZ. My government has attracted several marque companies across the sectors of automotive, food processing, textiles and pharmaceuticals. These lists include Isuzu, Kia Motors, Apollo Tyres, Ashok Leyland, Bharat Forge, Hero Group, Imami, Wandels, Kellogg's, Pepsi, Nekanti, Big Basket, Sumeru, Capricorn, Lavazza, Torre, Texport, Mohan Spintex, Hospitrak Healthcare, Dr. Reddy's Labs, Lupin, Laurus Labs, Aurobindo Pharma and others. APIIC has allotted 14,213 crores of industrial land to 1,945 units. Due to the persistence of my government, the first Kia Motors has come on road a day ago. The investment by Kia Motors in ancillaries and vendors is now a game changer for the Anantapuram district, which has emerged as a strong automobile hub with more number of auto component manufacturing setting up facilities. Chittoor district with Tirupati and Sri City as clusters are being developed as hubs for electronics manufacturing. Visakhapatnam is being developed as an IT and fintech hub, apart from being developed as a manufacturing hub for pharmaceuticals, aerospace and defense and engineering projects. In tourism sector, department is currently tracking 200 investment projects across subsectors such as hotels, resorts, amusement parks, adventure activities, water sports with an investment potential of 15,325 crore and employment potential of 82,874. A number of campaigns like Let's Vizag, Konasema Monsoon and Festive AP have been successfully organized in the state. In addition, large-scale festivals such as Amravati F1 H20 Grand Prix, Social Media Summit and Awards, Buddha Jayanti Festival, Lepakshi Festival, Vizag Utsav, A.R. Rahman live concert have been conducted. There has been a 15% growth in tourist footfalls compared to last year. The state has identified IT and electronics as focus sectors and developed a strong vision to enable the creation of 1 lakh IT jobs and bring an investment worth $2 billion. My government also envisions to create 2 lakh jobs in the electronics sector and bring in $5 billion investment. In the electronics sector, 5 companies have started operations with a committed investment of 927 crores and a committed employment of 21,850. It is highly encouraging to note that Andhra Pradesh stood at number 1 position in the country in the recently announced State Startup Rankings 2018. Hosting of Asia's largest blockchain conference in 2017 and Vizag Fintech Festival in 2018 brought greater laurels to the state. The state was facing severe energy deficit, 22 MU per day, at the time of state formation in June 2014. Power outages were crippling farm and industrial sectors. Due to various steps initiated by the government, the power deficit has been reduced to nil and shifting from being a power deficit state to currently a power surplus state. The installed capacity in the state has been doubled in the last 4.5 years. The transmission and distribution losses have been reduced from 14% during 2013-14 to 9.7% by 2018, which is the lowest in the country. The per capita consumption of electricity has increased from 957 units to 1174 units during the last 4 years. Installed capacity in the state has increased from 9529 megawatts to 19,680 megawatts. No tariff increase has been made to agriculture and domestic consumers in the range of 0 to 900 units per annum during the last 4 years. My government has declared that there will be no tariff increase in 2019-20 also. My government is promoting renewable energy, particularly solar and wind energy, in a big way to harness the vast potential of green energy in the state. The installed capacity of renewable energy has reached 7,464 megawatts from 1,800 megawatts in 2014. The solar tariffs have come down from 66.50 per unit in the year 2014 to 2.70 in 2018. A total capacity of 4,000 megawatts is being developed in Anantapur, Kurnool and Kadapa, out of which 1,850 megawatts has already been commissioned. 1,000 megawatt Kurnool Solar Park is the largest solar park at one location when it has commissioned. It is planned that rupees 36,604 crores will be invested in renewable energy, and this will provide employment to 13,000 persons, majority in drought-prone Rayalaseema districts. Messrs. Suzlon Gamesa region has set up the manufacturing facility in the state. Civil aviation policy brought in 2015 is spurring robust growth in aviation sector. Passenger movement has increased to 5.5 million per annum from 1.1 million per annum during 2013-14. Growth rate during 2018-19 is 38% as compared to national growth rate of 12%. My government has reduced taxes on aviation turbine fuel from 16% to 1%. New direct international flights to Singapore has been made a reality, and flights to other international cities are also on the anvil. The Greenfield Airport at Bhogapuram near Vizag, estimated to cost 22,300 crores, is currently under tender stage. State government have taken action to develop 3 new airports at Bhogapuram near Visakhapatnam, Varavakal near Kurnool, and Dhamavaram in Nellore district. State government have also taken AII for development of new airport at Dorakonda in Prakasam district and airstrip at Kuppam in Chittoor district. My government is committed to develop an ecosystem which will integrate logistics and industries to make Andhra Pradesh a logistic hub of India. We are committed to increase the cargo handling capacity to 750 MMT by 2025 and cargo traffic of 500 MMT and container traffic of 5 million TEUs by 2025. It is planned to have one major port at Vizag and 5 non-major ports at other places. The Union government has not taken up the Dugarajapatnam in Nellore district city during citing non-feasibility despite clear provisions in the Reorganization Act. 2 new ports are planned on the PPP model at Bhavanapadu in Srikakulam and Kakinada SEZ port in East Godavari. Development of the proposed National Waterway 4 between Jaggipet and Vijayawada and also development of 3 multi-modal logistics parks at Krishnapatnam, Kakinada and Visakhapatnam are going to further expedite the movement. The Amaravati-Anantapur Greenfield Expressway with a length of 384 kilometers and a cost of 20,000 crores is going to be realized soon. Necessary approvals are being processed to make this historic initiative that will reduce travel time from farthest Rayalaseema district to Amaravati to just 4 hours. Since June 2014 to till date, 2,164 kilometers of roads have been upgraded as national highways. Further, state government have taken up upgradation of all state roads from the existing standards to double-lane standards based upon scientific traffic survey. My government is committed to widen all single-lane state highways and major district roads having traffic intensity of more than 2,000 PCUs to double-lane standards. The entire R&B network has been surveyed through automated network survey vehicle. Computerized road management system has been established for prioritization and improvement of maintenance of state roads. The total length of state roads is being maintained in pothole-free condition through annual maintenance and urgent repairs. The Kakinada-Srikakulam Industrial Gas Pipeline, a joint venture of GAIL and APIC and AP Genco, will be completed by end of 2019. My government is planning to lay the natural gas grid in all the 13 districts of AP. As part of the fiber grid project, 6 lakh households and enterprises in 4,000 villages across 620 mandals are being provided the triple play services which support 15 Mbps internet connection with 250 plus channels and 3 telephones at a cost of 149 per month to each household. Laying an optical fiber is over the electric poles of 24,000 kilometers, just 10% of the underground network cost. As we are all aware, the success state of VAP was without a capital, and due to loss of Hyderabad, the state government suffered loss of revenue and lost major capital metropolis. In a historic manner, 28,074 landowners have given 34,010 acres of land towards land pooling scheme. Under the land pooling scheme, landowners are provided 25 to 30% of land pooled to the CRDA as a completely developed plot with all utilities in the urban neighborhood. It is by far the largest ever social inclusive development anywhere and any time in the history across the globe. Amaravati has been designed to be one of the happiest cities to host a population of 3.5 million in 35 years and 2 million jobs in 25 years, and is a smart city with all the utilities planned underground. Overall cost of construction of infrastructure in Amaravati has been estimated to be 51,687 crores in phase 1 or 1.09 lakh crores in total. 39,875 crores of works are under execution on ground. The government complex is spread over 1,375 acres and will house the legislature, high court, secretariats, HODs, Raj Bhavan and the related ecosystem, and housing for all the government functionaries and public representatives. The High Court has been set up for the new state of Andhra Pradesh at a temporary location in Vijayawada. The integrated secretariat and HOD buildings construction has commenced and is expected to be completed by October 2020. The transit secretariat is completed within a record time of 6 months. 3,840 units of apartment housing for MLAs, All India Service Officers, NGOs, GOs and Class 4 employees and low-income urban and poor are under advanced stage and proposed to be completed by first half of 2019. Happiness of our people is the most important goal of my government. Happiness is not something you postpone for the future. It is something you design for the present. Adopting the methodology of the United Nations Sustainable Development Solutions Network's World Happiness Framework, we have estimated the district-wise happiness of our people. We have also followed the global benchmarks of Global Competitiveness Index and Ease of Doing Business Index to identify the position of Andhra Pradesh relative to other states and countries and to design strategies to reach one of the top positions. All the key development programs of my government are monitored real-time through real-time outcome monitoring system. The state's performance under various global benchmarking indices is encouraging. In Global Competitive Index 4, Andhra Pradesh has achieved equivalent rank of 49 as compared to India's at 58. We are making efforts to break into the top 25. Andhra Pradesh secured first rank continuously for 2 years in 2016 and 17 in ease of doing business. The state government top rank in 20 among states in the country, followed by Maharashtra and Delhi in the ease of doing business. Compiled by the Asia Competitiveness Institute, Lee Kuan Yew School of Public Policy, National University of Singapore in Happiness Index. Andhra Pradesh has improved its rank from 74 to 44, while India dropped from 122 to 133 from 2016 to 17. AP was the best performing state under the ease of living index. Two cities from the state, Tirupati and Vijayawada, 4th and 9th, are among the top 10. Tirupati is the best city in the category of population less than 5 lakhs, cleanest city in the country. Three cities from Andhra Pradesh figured in the list of top 10 cleanest cities in India. Vijayawada, 5th, Tirupati, 6th, and Visakhapatnam, 7th. The efforts put in by my entire administration during the last 4.5 years resulted in all these achievements and helped secure about 660 national and international awards by the employees and institutions in the state. Real-time governance society started functioning from 26 November 2017 with the motto of people first, 80% satisfaction of citizens in overall governance and service delivery schemes. Real-time governance is the first of its kind initiative by the government to enable changes in governance, public administration and management by leveraging the tools of e-governance, technology and electronic communication. Real-time governance has established a first of its kind Parikshara Vedika 1100, a grievance redressal cell and center and a communication platform. Government of Andhra Pradesh through Real-Time Governance Society collects real-time feedback from citizens, beneficiaries on the quality of services and benefits they have availed. RTGS does satisfaction surveys with beneficiaries to assess the satisfaction of citizens in the implementation of programs and schemes. To enhance employee welfare, government have decided to provide house sites and flats, stroke flats to all government employees in the state. Further, the government have taken several initiatives to redress the problem of government employees like constitution of pay revision commission, constitution of a committee to study contributory pension scheme, gratuity and family pension to CPS employees, additional pay of 10% for pensions above 70 years of age, providing promotional avenues to police constables, issuance of employee health cards to provide cashless treatment, relaxation of rules in matters of compassionate appointments, payment of PRC arrears, minimum time scale to contract lecturers, time-bound scales and time-bound promotions to government doctors, etc. Government have also substantially increased the benefits and salaries for Archakas, Anganwadi workers, helpers, Ayas, Asha workers, home guards, VRAs, VOAs, contract and other outsourced employees, Gopal Mitras, etc. A good law and order provides enabling environment for any growth model. It is indeed a matter of satisfaction to note that there has been a reduction in all major heads of crime. This is due to positive engagement at all levels to reverse the rising crime graph and instituting a zero-tolerance strategy towards crime with contribution of proactive leadership and robust organizational structure help to tackle this problem. Crime against women has witnessed substantial fall due to various initiatives taken up by the government. Technology is used extensively in reducing the crime in the state and various applications are developed and put in place for use and security of the public. These include the locked house monitoring system, property information networking system, offender surveillance, automated fingerprint identification system, crime and national crime criminal tracking network and systems, and integration of 5,148 existing cameras approved under the cloud-based IP CCTV surveillance project. I am proud to say that my state police are doing very well and they are second to none. Thus, the governance during the last 4.5 years centered on vision, innovation, accountability, digitization, hubris action, convergence and technology-driven transformation. These concepts helped us to accelerate the path of growth with equity and human faith. This firm foundation has enabled us to create wealth and distribute it for the larger social good, alleviating the misery and suffering of the poor and depressed sections of the society while delivering better civic services to the citizen. I would like to conclude my speech with the words of Mahatma Gandhi, who said, "Recall the face of the poorest and the weakest person whom you may have seen, and ask for yourself if the step you contemplate is going to be of any use to that person. Will the person gain anything by it? Will it restore him or her to a control over his or her own life and destiny? All the development and welfare measures my government has put in place for the welfare of the poorest, the most vulnerable, underprivileged, and remotest is exactly on these lines, and there is every need to continue the development momentum to the future generations enjoy its fruit perennially. ప్రజల సహకారం మరియు చేయూతతో నా ప్రభుత్వం స్వర్ణ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ నిర్మాణ దిశగా పునరంకితం అవుతుందని దృఢ విశ్వాసాన్ని వ్యక్తం చేస్తున్నాను. జై హింద్. Honorable members, today being January 30th, the death anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, father of the nation, I request all honorable members and everybody to stand up and observe 2 minutes silence. Thank you.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे